Welcome back to the semi-packaged ZHP build. So today we're going to be trying to rejuvenate the paint on this thing because it definitely needs a little bit of work, and that's going to be done with the help of Shine Armor. They sent me a bottle of their Graphene ceramic spray. It's supposed to protect the paint, or what's left of the paint here, but it's also supposed to bring out some of the gloss that has kind of faded away over the time.
Alright, so for people that don't know what this $2,000 ZHP is, it's a car that I picked up because it had fairly little rust. Obviously it needed a lot of work, such as diff bushings, valve cover gaskets, oil pan gaskets. I went ahead and did the oil pump nut, the front subframe reinforcements, even the control arm bushings, tie rods, put in a new steering rack, just to get this thing running well. Obviously, I had to do the cooling system, so the radiator, some of the hoses, and the water pump all came out, and I finished it all off with hood pins and some rear suspension bushings.
So what I'm going to be doing is taping off the trunk lid, which does have a decent amount of clear, the roof, which has no clear, and then the hood, which has 50-50, where in the middle it's a little bit faded, and we're going to see how the paint does with or without Shine Armor. So let's get started. Alright, so you can see application is pretty simple. All you gotta do is buff it, wipe it on, wait a minute or two, and then wipe it off. I'm also doing this in a 30-degree day, so it is pretty cold, but let's see what happens. So left side with Shine Armor, right side without. Okay, so definitely a lot more beading on this side. The water does want to come off versus this side, which you can see the water just kind of lays flat versus this stuff. Alright, so that's what you get for something with clear. Now without clear, I don't think I'm going to see anything at all. Well, there you have that. Versus that. So, on initial thoughts, Shine Armor is going to help the sheet a little bit better, but it's not magical. So you can see the trunk again. It's not magical. Now let's take a look at the front. Okay. So the sheeting properties, I think all it does is help the water sheet off faster, but it is by far nothing magical coming out of Graphene ceramic spray, so I'm a little bit underwhelmed, but we'll see. I also can say that the hood, the roof, and the trunk lid have been clay barred about a year ago, and then it's been under a car cover ever since, so the paint's not in bad condition. So I'm going to do the rest of the car, and then we'll kind of come up with final results. Alright, so final thoughts on this Graphene ceramic spray. When you put your hand over everything, it is definitely a lot slicker than ever before. Here we go, just dumping some water on the hood again. As you can see, this coating is definitely not a beading coating. I think it's really, really good for sheeting because you can see the action going on right here. So, for about 20 bucks a bottle, I think this is really on par with anything else you're going to get online for one of these quick spray-on type coatings. I guess the only other thing to really show is how long it's going to last, which we're going to have to update to in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. But so far, it did bring a little bit of gloss back to this trunk lid. You can see how nice it looks right now. It did not save anything on the part where there was no clear at all. And as you can see on the hood, it's still like a 5 out of 10 in glossiness. So this is not a miracle coating by any means, but it can definitely, if you're looking for some type of quick durable protection coming out of a spray bottle, this stuff should work just fine.